Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Shelly, and here we talk about Shelly's thoughts over 60. Yep. So, my thought today was about confidence. What do I mean by that, right? I think as we get older, I hear a lot of people talk about how much confidence we gain as we get older, right? And how secure we are, we know what we want, and things like that. And honestly, I'm not sure I agree with a lot of that, right? I think as we get older, our confidence really starts to dwindle, right? I mean, this is my opinion. I'm not a doctor or therapist or anything, but I think as we get older, our confidence definitely, I think a lot of us in our looks starts to wane, right? And obviously, I think we're not working, we're not, doing things the way we used to do it. We're not going out, we're not doing a lot of things. So I think our confidence really starts to dwindle as we get older. And it's a shame to see. I will say that I think we get a little more confident in what we want, right? Kind of what we're willing to compromise on, what we're not willing to compromise on. We get a little more confident in who we are. Yes. But I think where we lose our confidence is we're like, well, I'm in my 60s, 70s, beyond. I don't want to start over. What if I don't meet anyone? I don't look the way I used to do, look, I can't do what I used to do. And I think this starts to, kind of play on us, right? That's what I think anyway. But I also think that just our confidence in general, I think it kind of bleeds over from when we're younger, right? Here's what I mean by that. I have a friend who was all kinds of confident when she was young. Oh yeah. She just thought she was all that. She thought she was all that plus, right? And as she got older, she put on some weight like a lot of us do. We got older, wrinkles, whatever. And she wasn't confident so much. Not so much anymore, right? And unfortunately, she put all her confidence in her appearance. Yeah. And that's a big mistake, right? I see a lot of this. This isn't exclusive to women, but I'm a woman, so I see it primarily in women. I've seen that women, they put their confidence in their looks. Their looks was all about their confidence when they were younger, and as they age, boy, that confidence takes a big nosedive, right? And then you have women who didn't put their confidence, their confidence didn't come from their appearance, right? So I think they tend to stay a little more confident as we get older. Example, I did not put my confidence in my looks because I wasn't know how to. Let's face it, right? Kind of, and I kind of, you put your confidence in who you are, right? Your relationship with God, your relationship with your family, your friends, and you put your confidence in how you treat people, right? For me anyway, I think how you treat people, and pets and things like that speaks a lot about who you are. Yeah, so, but I do know women who have put all of who they are into how they looked, and now, that clock is ticking. They don't look the way they used to look. I actually have a friend who absolutely will not even allow her husband to see her with no clothes on, right? Well, it's kind of like her fiance. They never got married, but they've been together like, let's say 15 years, 14 years. And she says, oh, he never sees me naked. I'm like, girl, what? But this is the same girl who would prance around in just about nothing on the beach 30 years ago. So it's a shame, right? She will put no pictures of herself on social media. She doesn't take pictures with her kids, and that's a shame, right? To put so much of who you are into your appearance, right? That's a big yikes, right? But I think there's other ways, right? Our health isn't what it used to be. We start to realize we're not as healthy as we used to be. I, for one, my health is like, bleh, right? And I don't want to end up a burden to my kids or my friends or anyone. So that starts to weigh on us, and that kind of chips away at our confidence a little bit. I would say out of all the things, that kind of bothers me the most, right? My health isn't great, and I don't want to end up, other people having to look after me or take care of me. So that's kind of where my confidence, hits the crapper. That's where it hits the crapper. But yeah, so I think confidence is something we have to really try to hold on to, right? As we get older, we have to really push to hold on to it, and push through every day. We have a lot of worth. We're just not about our health, or we're just not about our appearance. Like, nobody is, right? We're not about that when we're kids, and we're not about that now, right? So yeah, there's a lot there. So I could talk forever. But anyway, so that was my thought about that, how our confidence does wane. It kind of like, you know, really starts to fall off as we get older. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Do you see that your confidence as you're getting older is really kind of like dropping? For me, like I said, it's mostly my health, right? I know I'm a good person, and I know I did the best I could as a mom and a grandma and wife and other things and friend. So I'm pretty confident there, but my health, man, not so much, right? So, but let me know, do you know someone who put all their eggs in their looks basket, and now they ain't doing so great? So let me know what you think about that. And please subscribe so you don't miss my stuff, my noggin thoughts. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.